Welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm Dee,
I'm E.
and clearly we're just, not all there right now. But we're actually discussing a pretty sad topic today. Um, as you guys know, there have been tons of divorces this year so far. Like Hollywood is dropping like flies. Like
You know why? Because of the Barbie movie.
I
You know
heard
how
about
many breakups there have been because of the movie?
what is it? Is it really?
I don't know. I'm
I
just
don't
saying what the internet say.
I don't believe it. Anyway, the couple we're here to talk about, because we've already discussed one of Hollywood's couples that, is divorcing, which is the Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. Today we're talking about Jeannie Mai Jenkins and Jeezy. Jeezy's a rapper. His name is Dwayne Jenkins, actually. So I feel like, and this is something that already dropped about a month or so ago. It's been a couple weeks. Anyway, I was shocked. But before we get into thoughts and all that, let me give you guys some information here. So, the beginnings of this couple, we will see that, it looks like things were going to be, I thought, forever for them. But anyway.
What's forever in Hollywood at this point? Forever, it's like probably 78 days.
Okay, we will circle back to that, ma'am, because that sounded like something we need to dive into there. But the the former The Real co-host, which is Jeannie Mai, and the sole survivor rapper. Oh, his name is actually J. Wayne Jenkins. I don't know why I thought it was Dwayne. I'm just combining everybody right now. They first met on her daytime talk show set in November of 2018 and began quietly dating. They made their public debut as a couple that August when they attended a gala for his nonprofit Street Dreams Arm in Arm. Then in March of 2020, March 27th, Jeezy actually proposed to Jeannie, which I think, I guess it wasn't too early because it was maybe a year and change of the relationship. Anywho, Mai and Jeezy eventually married in March of 2021 at their Atlanta home in a small ceremony. And despite the Dancing with the Stars alum once having a hard stop never rule when it came to having children, the couple welcomed their daughter Monaco in January of 2022. So here's where life just got lifing. And so it's only been a couple of weeks. September 14th of this year is when Jeezy filed for divorce from Jeannie. After 2.5 years of marriage, Jeezy filed for divorce in Atlanta, according to documents obtained by People. Jeezy's filing said the pair are currently living in a bona fide state of separation and that their marriage is irretrievably broken with no hope for reconciliation. I feel
That
like
sounds
that's
rough.
so harsh. So harsh.
Don't even think about it. It
It's
ain't happening.
done.
Dunzo.
Whew. The document also stated that the rapper wants to share joint legal custody of their daughter. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's go. Why are they getting divorced? This is what the internet is saying. These are the rumors, right?
Right.
I don't know what I believe. I'm still thinking about it.
Right.
One, that Jeannie cheated. Two, that they're separating due to different family values and expectations, which kind of it's hard. Then sources claim that each of them felt like their needs weren't being met. What is going on in this relationship?
I know.
Everything sounds so rough. It's not like the Hollywood PC. What is it? Irreconcilable differences.
Irreconcilable. Yeah.
Like, what is that? Tell me the deets. Now I have the deets and I don't want to know it. Who gets me? And then the other one is that Jeannie was blindsided, just like the rest of us.
Oh
I
man.
don't know. Wonder who's at fault here. Her, him, or both. All right. Jeezy shared a post which seemed to hint at the demise of his marriage one day before he filed. Him and Joe Jonas must be friends. Jeezy said, quote, Too focused on who I'm becoming to focus on who's not coming with me.
Harsh.
He captioned a series of snaps on Instagram of himself standing next to a pricey Mercedes last week. Well, a few weeks ago. Noticeably, Jeezy was still wearing his wedding ring at the time. Meanwhile, Jeannie was recently seen 2 weeks ago or so, shared a touching video of their toddler celebrating the success of Jeezy's new memoir, Adversity for Sale, You Gotta Believe. See, that's what makes me think she was blindsided.
Yes.
Just like Sophie.
Yep.
So she said, and I quote, "Your story has always been an inspiration to me, but seeing it in print has left me even more in awe of your strength and wisdom." That doesn't sound like somebody who thought she was getting divorced the next day.
No.
You invited us into the most intimate corners of your life where pain and triumph coexist. Who wrote that for her? The mom of one continued to praise her husband, writing that she was endlessly grateful for his voice in this world and honored to walk beside her love. So Jeannie has had a problematic past.
Yeah.
In her show, what was it called? The Real?
Real. Yeah.
She once referenced it says she once referenced to black men as dark meat on the side.
Yeah.
Quote from her specifically,
Yeah.
while discussing marrying a white man. While appearing on The Real in 2014, Jeannie said, I love black guys. For me, dark meat on the side. White keeps me mean and lean. That's why I married white. That's what I like."
Ooh.
See, that's why I don't like putting myself in a bubble. I like everybody. I like Travis Kelsey. Who's the ones that I like everybody. If you guys have watched SWAT, there's Shamar Moore. There's this other character called the Street. He's like your boy next door kind of thing, rebel. Then there's this guy named Deacon. He has like peppered thing, older. Then there's even like the SWAT commander. He's probably like 70, but I think he's still hot. I like everybody. I like that guy who was, what was it, in the $1 million, that Asian movie? What was it?
The
The
crazy
rich
Rich
super rich Asian? Yeah. Like that really hot Southeast Asian guy.
Yeah, he was cute.
I like him. I like the Prince of Jordan. I like probably somebody in Namibia. Like, it doesn't matter. Let's not even discriminate my Hispanics out there. I love me some Cubans and Caribbean men. I love everybody. Why
Oh,
would Jeannie say that? I know I made it about me for like 10 seconds or 20. But why would Jeannie say that on national TV? You see, like our parents would say, La boca castiga, which is like translation for
your mouth punishes you, basically.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
See what's happening?
Like, to me, okay, so before going into the problematic past thing, I do think, like, just kind of touching on those rumors, I do think she was blindsided because I remember seeing that post with her toddler. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. Like, it was like they were praying together, thanking God, you know, for him and for his success and all that stuff. And I was just like, that's so sweet. And the little girl's so dang cute. And so I was just like, oh, like,
I haven't seen
I'm sure. Oh, you know what? I wonder if he still has it in her IG. I don't know. But yeah, so it was like a really sweet thing, and I remember in particular just thinking like, oh man, like I'm so glad that like that relationship is still going strong. Cut to 2 weeks later, and there's a divorce announcement, and I was just like, oh
Oh, she is so cute.
yeah.
What a cutie.
So and then okay, the whole rumor about her cheating, I heard that right away. Part of that rumor is that supposedly she was having an inappropriate texting relationship with one Mario Lopez.
AC Slater.
AC Slater.
Like, I cannot.
when I heard about that, I was like, what? But Mario, what? Like Mario's married. He got his own life, his family, his
When
kids.
has that ever stopped somebody?
I mean, you're right. Yes, that is true. However, it just, I don't know, something didn't add up for me. I was just like, nah, like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It just didn't add up. Especially considering her problematic comment, because she did not say anything about no brown meat, but that's besides the point. Um, so, I was just kind of like, dang, what happened? Like, something had to have happened. And so then of course, because the internet's going to do what the internet's going to do. A lot of the comments were, well, they were never supposed to really be together because they have such different cultures. And a lot of people believe, this is alleged, that, her Asian background, her Asian family was racist. And therefore, maybe there were some problems there. However, people have interviewed, or there was an interview that Jeezy did several years ago where they, kind of touched on that. And he said, like, he's never felt any kind of racism towards him from the family, complete opposite. And that right off the bat, when they first got together, Jeannie talked to him about her comments with the whole black meat thing and all that stuff. And they got that kind of like squared away or whatever. I don't know how, because that's problematic as hell. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we all have our preferences. I think that you just got to be a little bit careful how you voice those things to the public because, yeah, it didn't come out, all that great. So,
Co-hosts react to that.
I'm not sure. I was trying to find something about that, but I didn't really like notice, anything. It was just kind of mostly just that her comment, and kind of just sticking to that. But now that we have been what, like 2 weeks plus into this whole divorce announcement, we still have yet to hear from either one of them directly, which is why we hadn't done this video. We wanted to wait a little bit until at least we knew, maybe something more directly. And I've received questions, from some of our people asking, what information there is, and we don't know. And we don't want to just come out here and be like XYZ when we're not sure. That's why we tell you guys right off the bat, rumors, allegedly, don't come for us. Like,
I did hear that rumors again that they're still living together despite getting a divorce.
oh,
But I don't know. They've
well,
been
and then
pretty mum about everything, so
they have been like, there's
Mhm.
been zero that's come out of their mouths directly. Of course, there's like sources and people close to them and all that, which of course sources are now claiming that Jeannie's trying to contest a divorce, trying to like reconcile, trying to find a way to work on the marriage. But something that I found interesting is that in the divorce filing, the petition says that they had been separated, I want to say since July, June or July. No, June. I think it said June or something like that. So 3 months later, you file the petition. Like that's like what happened. You were
yeah.
already wanting to do this. You were already wanting because in order to get this process started, something had to have happened, right? Like it's gotta take a lot for a man to go and be like, I'm filing for divorce. You get me? Like,
And I feel like that's something that you don't see often. So that's why I was so
right.
surprised that Joe Jonas did it. And I guess more men in Hollywood are
Yeah,
doing it. Clearly, Jeezy. I was like, man, they're usually the ones dragging their feet. I'm being what's the word? Stereotypical.
yeah,
Women are usually the ones that'll file and,
right.
do all these kinds of things. But when it's the men, I'm like, what's going on?
Well, I have a little bit of conspiracy theory. Um, in particular, in the Joe Jonas case, I
Yeah.
think it's a matter of trying to get ahead of something, right? So, in that case, with that divorce, we now know that Sophie's trying to live in London and she's trying to get her daughters to live in London. And so I feel like, right, my assumption here, that Joe, whatever broke up their marriage, whatever happened, he decided to file and he filed here in, the United States. And
In
then
my
also, yes, in Miami, which I believe that's where they were living. And then also, in that case, filed for the whole custody thing or whatever within a U.S. court. Um, Sophie is trying to take it back to UK courts. So I don't know the laws over there. I don't know how, that would work. But now we know that apparently they had been searching up until I think late spring, early summer for a home in England. So whatever happened this summer to create this whole chaos, I think he was just trying to get ahead of it to
Hmm.
eventually get his way for things, because I'm assuming had she done it first in England, it would have probably gone a little bit differently. So
Hmm.
Jeezy, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it could be something with the prenup because I don't I don't know if this is for certain, but I've heard a lot of people repeat it that apparently the prenup was not signed between Jeezy and Jeannie until the day before their wedding, which
Okay.
is legally seems kind of dumb because okay, so in essence, Jeannie could contest it, saying she signed under duress, right? It's the day before the wedding. You're as the bride, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, and so they're rushing you to sign a legal document. So you can kind of say, well, I signed under duress. It was the day before my wedding, or my wedding was not going to happen unless I signed. Some of those things. You can kind of try and do that, but granted, of course, you'd have to have some sort of a proof and all that.
Hmm.
So then could it be that him filing for divorce first has something to do with maybe trying to avoid any issue with the prenup or especially if I don't know what the prenup says. What if there's a clause about infidelity there, so there's a lot of things, which is why my conspiracy ears popped up what are we trying to do here, especially since the filing supposedly was signed back in June, or that the supposed separation happened back in June or July, whichever month it was. So it's what's really going on? What are these men trying to pull? And it's pretty crazy because for these two women who are, in their own worlds well known to be blindsided that way, like, I don't know. Something feels a little bit off. Something feels a little bit off about
And to add to your conspiracy, just the fact that he said irretrievably broken and no hope for reconciliation, to me, that sounds like infidelity. I don't know,
it. Right.
or something I don't know, somebody got killed somewhere. But infidelity, I can't even say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because who would, I don't know, that's just reeks of that
Hmm.
language, reeks of,
Right. Especially with the other stuff coming out, rumors, right? Oh, well, their needs weren't being met or whatever. Okay, so are you trying to say that that's her claim that her needs weren't being met, and so that's why she seeks somebody else out, or is there a story about to come
again,
out?
alluding to infidelity.
Infidelity, right? So, or is
Mhm.
the story going to come out about him that he cheated, that his needs weren't being met, and then maybe he cheated? You don't know, right? It could go either way.
So based on, I think, what some friends have told us, mothers, whatever, when someone has a baby, the husband is not now like the primary
Center.
uh, center of attention. The
Yeah.
baby is. So
Right.
using that language, like the needs aren't being met. What was the other one? Different family values and expectations. Like,
Bro. Hello.
so maybe he cheated. These are my speculations. He cheated. She confronted him, say, "I'm gonna divorce you," but he got ahead of it.
Right. Yeah. Could be.
Maybe she just said it like being pissed off, and that's why I don't know. I
Because
don't.
their child is young, right? I want to say maybe 2. I think she may be 2
He
years
doesn't
old.
look that old.
No,
He
no,
looks
she's
that
pretty.
most.
Yeah, she's got to be either 1 or 2. And Sophie Turner, going back to them, she also has her second baby she had last year. Um,
2022.
okay,
Monica was born in January 2022.
right. So the baby's barely 1, and the same thing I want to say for Sophie. Like I don't think much consideration is paid to women, especially because, they're in Hollywood and all that. So people, think that they have everything handed to them. And that might be the case. But at the end of the day, there's still women who go through these hormonal changes and then have to go through postpartum and like then have to deal with their postpartum, their husbands, the new baby, living life in Hollywood, snapping back, like looking a certain way, like events, all these different things that go on that I imagine can be pretty difficult and can put a strain in a relationship. But
Hmm.
at that point, shouldn't it be incumbent on the father, the one who helped you make this baby, that got you into the postpartum, to help you through it? I don't know. What do I know?
Guys, let us know what you think in the comments. What's going on with Jeezy or Jeannie Mai?
Yeah.
One of them with the J.
And
What's
is
going on?
AC Slater really involved?
I can't even take it serious.
I
Like,
can't. Can't.
seriously.
No,
Yeah, I
I
can't.
can't.
Let us know what you think. What does irretrievably broken mean to you? No hopes for reconciliation. Is that alluding to infidelity? Let
My
us know.
needs weren't being met.
That's rough.
Rough.
Um, but that concludes today's video. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our videos. We're trying to grow our community, your friends, our friends, helping friends. We also have social media, which Steve will tell you about.
We're on TikTok and Instagram at Hear Me Out DNE. Make sure you guys also follow us on there, like, share, and comment, interact with us. We always enjoy that part.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.